this is an interesting one. You have Josh Fremd, man, came out of LFA so hot, right? Like so much hype behind him. Yeah, you lost to the Gregory Rodriguez's of the world. Yeah, it took you a little work to get to the UFC. You come in, you make your debut against Fluffy Hernandez, and you get ragdolled. Oh, hate to see it. But then you got a Tresean Gore, who was supposed to win the Ultimate Fighter. He was everybody's darling, the real champion of the Ultimate Fighter, until Brian Battle comes in and says, who? You're doing what? I'm the champ. Let me show you what's up. Puts it on him. And Gore just hasn't been able to put it together yet, man. We don't know what it is. We know he has all the skill in the world. So we're dealing with two fighters who just need to put the puzzle pieces together to be able to put that performance in the octagon here. My question to you here, AJ, is given the stylistic matchup, right? You have a technical striker who's really more of a grappler in Fremd, right? And then you got a nasty Muay Thai kickboxing striker in a Tresean Gore who can grapple a little bit, but has trigger pulling issues here, right? Like the volume isn't there. Who automatically and just like immediately when you look at that type of matchup, who has the upper hand?
For me, man, Fremd. I think just the performance that Fremd has had in his previous fight career versus what we've seen Tresean Gore do. And don't get me wrong, Derek, I was a big Tresean Gore fan the entire show. It's just hard to watch him not be able to pull that trigger, kind of have that same excuse me, that Tyrone Woodley mindset of I'm gonna relax, and then attack and throw big punches. I think Fremd can kind of put things better, man. Things can flow a little bit better right there. I agree with you. I think this is one of those fights where it's going to be whoever can put the puzzle pieces together better, faster, is going to be the better fighter in their longevity in their career. And I think that fighter's Fremd, man. I think the puzzle pieces are going to be laying in his court right there. What about you?
Well, it's tough because when I was looking at this matchup, immediately I said Josh Fremd. I like him here. I think that he's going to be a little bit of a, I think he'll just have the upper hand in terms of the pace he'll be able to put on, the style in which he's going to fight, where there could be a lot of clinch work, a lot of trying to take the back, a lot of just getting Tresean Gore down to the ground and taking away that explosiveness, right? But at the same token, man, that's everything that makes Tresean Gore great and makes him special, is that all it takes is one. Just one opportunity where he lets it go and doesn't care anymore, and he can put you out. But he can also get put out too, because that's kind of what happened in his last fight, right? You fought a Cody Brundage, which is also a little unfair because Cody Brundage is like a training partner of Josh Fremd, so you have a little like extra inside information. But yeah, you got knocked out by Brundage in your last fight. You lost the decision to battle in a fight where you had great moments. You just couldn't put it together to complete 3 rounds. I like Fremd here, man. But I do think there's a little bit piece inside of me that if Tresean Gore were to win this fight, I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? It's kind of the tale of the story for this entire card, really. I feel like there's a lot of fights where it's like, but I could see how this guy could win, but the likelihood is Fremd probably gets it done. The question is, how does he get it done? And I want to go back to 2 fights, right? Bruno Oliveira against Josh Fremd. Caught him with, I think, a check left hook, man. Put him out. Hammer fist, follow up. Got the job done, right? Gregory Rodriguez, on the other hand, though, right? He's fighting that fight, and Rodriguez walked him down, put him back against the cage, and just put the pressure on him until he couldn't take it anymore. Can Tresean Gore replicate that Gregory Rodriguez type performance and not get caught on the other end like he did to, like Josh Fremd did to Bruno Oliveira?
I mean, on paper, yes, and I think that's what kind of makes this fight very exciting for me. As the fight fan in me, I'm rooting for Tresean Gore here, but I just think Josh Fremd, the betting man in me, it feels like he can get it done a little bit better. Because I agree, man. I think Tresean Gore has all the right ingredients, mixture, style wise, that it could be that Gregory Rodriguez knockout that you're talking about, man. Yeah. Walking somebody down, making them uncomfortable, putting them back against, and then letting your fist do the talking and letting timing really speak right there. I think that Tresean Gore can do that, but can he put all that mojo together is the hardest part that we haven't seen proved yet, and that's why I'm rocking with Fremd on this one, man.
Why do you think that Fremd, his TKO prop plus 175 is greater than his decision prop at plus 235?
I think the fluidity that Fremd presents instead of that kind of, and I think that's what makes Tresean Gore good, that energetic kind of twitchy style, that Muay Thai that is there, doesn't really give a lot of security to the bettors, where I think that Fremd, that fluidity, that style, that flow that Fremd presents makes it a little bit more appealing to the eye, and that's why I think the TKO prop is a little bit better. Do you see something different? Or are you with me?
You know what? I see something a little bit different, man. I don't think that he's going to be able to get the TKO finish on a Tresean Gore here, man. I like a decision. I like a dirty. You really just put it on his ass, clinch work, drag him down, mat returns, back and forth. I like that. Tresean Gore having his moments where he maybe hurts a Fremd, maybe rocks him a good time, and you have to clinch back up and really hold him down. I see that type of performance here. I'm going to be honest with you. Tresean Gore coming off of back-to-back losses. This is a back against the wall type situation. He just talked about it, and I don't even want to get into detail, but he talked about a family situation where a loved one he had to watch them go through some medical procedures due to, some diseases and stuff. Very emotional. I think this dude's going to bring it. I just think Fremd is going to have the upper hand. He's going to be like one step ahead the whole time. I'm going with the decision for Josh Fremd. Over and under is 2.5 rounds here, AJ. But I guess I take it back. Over and under is 1.5 rounds here. The question becomes, because you said TKO Fremd, right? At what stage of the game does he do it?
This has been a hard one because I've been jumping back and forth decision versus TKO. I am going to rock with the TKO, and I'm actually going to do it late round 1. I think that kind of mojo, that energy is that Tresean Gore is going to be fighting with might lead to something different for the Fremd side, man. I'm going Fremd TKO round 1.
Absolutely, man. I'll just say if losses are rough, man, but you can never tell about the mental of a fighter. So this is going to be a fun fight. This is kind of like my main event here, honestly. But of course, the main event, the real main event. That's a fantastic one too.